98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am lucky. I am lucky. You are my favorite song. I am lucky. I am lucky. I am lucky. I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am lucky. I am lucky. You are my favorite song. I am lucky. I am lucky.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host today on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Wandedoo Joyce.
And here on the Speed Lane, we talk about communities, we talk about families, we talk about morals, just things that affect us all, even as a society at large, and even our personal behaviors and issues. We all talk about it and also give you a chance to call in and share your opinion with us. And today as well on the Speed Lane, we are going to be talking about people pleasing. Now, if you can recall, we started talking about people pleasing on the last time on the Speed Lane, and we feel like you have more to say about that. We really didn't get all your opinions back then, and as per your request, well, we are still going to be talking about people pleasing today. How can one overcome that habit of people pleasing? How can one stop that habit of people pleasing, always living for people, always trying to do what people would approve of, inconveniencing yourself just for people to agree with you because maybe you're scared that maybe people would not like you, or people will stop being friends with you, or they are just not going to agree with you. So how can one overcome or stop that habit of people pleasing? Now, you also can call in to be part of this conversation at any point in time, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. We are talking about people pleasing today. How can one overcome that habit of people pleasing and just maybe go forward with doing their mind without caring what the next person has to say, or inconveniencing their own selves just to please other people so that they don't have maybe ill things to say about them. Because if you look at people pleasers, that's often like the common worries that most of them would share, and even from that day we heard. So today we are going to hear more, we are going to talk about it more, and really come up with ideas how you think one can actually stop that habit of people pleasing. So Wando, we are going to be starting with you since you have joined us here today. So I'll start by asking you, are you a people pleaser?
No, I'm not a people pleaser.
Oh.
I do as my mind tells me to do. I do as I want it to be done. I don't live for people, I live for myself.
Okay.
Because if you live for people, if you allow people to decide for you, they take advantage of you. They look at you as someone that you don't have a say. Anything they tell you to do, you will do it.
Okay.
Which is wrong. It's not supposed to be so. So it's good to live for yourself. It's good to take a look at what is good for you and what is not good for you, instead of allowing people to decide for you and taking advantage of you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is fair enough. But if you look at people who are people pleasers, it's not that they don't know that it's actually good to maybe live for themselves or to actually do things for themselves. It's just, I don't know, myself, I am a people pleaser.
They are always afraid of what people will say about them.
Okay. And I will speak from, I'll bring it out from my own perspective, because myself, I am a people pleaser. And you know how people just say, I don't care about this, what is my business? Whatever she or he has to say is not my business.
Yes.
I find myself caring about that, and it's not even on purpose. It's not something I can just overlook. Maybe if I do this and if I don't give this to this person, if I don't borrow this person this money, then will the person stop liking me, or the person will no longer agree with me? So yes, I find myself in that place, but then it's not like that is maybe I know that it's good, I know that it's not good, quite okay, but then it's still something that I battle with, in which I believe most people battle with as well. So if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and today as well we are talking about people pleasing. Are you a people pleaser? How can we overcome this habit of people pleasing? How can we stop this habit of people pleasing? Now, you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. How can we stop this habit of people pleasing? Hello? Maybe reposition and then try to call us back again and share with us how you think one can actually overcome the habit of people pleasing and then just do themselves. Okay, so Wando, you said you're not a people pleaser, right?
Yes.
So you're able to. So how do you control yourself? Control emotions to not feel that you're doing wrong, or you're not offending this person, and you just have your ground. Like whatever they have to say, then they should just say it. But before that, let's take this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Ogin. I'm calling from Kwakola.
All right, welcome to the show. So, Godwin, are you a people pleaser? You are a people pleaser.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so why would you say that about yourself? Like, how do you find, what are the things that you find yourself doing that makes you come to that conclusion that you are a people pleaser?
I am a people pleaser in the sense that as a human, it's good to have a human sympathy. You understand? Because when you see somebody who is in need, definitely if you have a fear of God, you have that feeling that at least that person needs assistance. You understand? And if the assistance is within your range, I think you shouldn't hesitate by trying to help, because even the Bible recorded it that givers never lack. You understand? But in the situation where you try to see how you please people and displease yourself, that is where it's very wrong.
Okay.
Like, for myself, to make the equation balance, I have to maintain self-discipline. I want to look at anything that has to do with maybe me assisting somebody outside, I have to consider myself first.
Okay, so that's how you overcome it.
My range, and I discover that I'm a little bit balanced. That will give me the strength to see how I can render assistance out. But rendering assistance out to somebody which will later become something that will affect me. I think that's normal. I just have to consider myself first, then see how I can assist somebody outside.
Okay, that's
So
how you
that's
overcome
where-
it, right?
Yes, that is where self-discipline is involved.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Adwini Uguche, for calling in to be part of the show this morning. Now, Wando, if we heard him, he says he's a people pleaser.
Yes.
And he was talking about how, from his own beliefs and the way that he is wired, he believes that it's good to maybe help people and then give an ear to people.
Have
But you know,
compassion.
yes, but you know, when we talk about people pleasing, it's not just helping people, because you can be maybe you're not a people pleaser, but you can still be helping
Yes.
people when you have to help them.
Yes.
But let me give a typical example that we talked about earlier. Imagine having maybe you don't even have enough for yourself, and somebody that has more than you, but because you're scared, maybe that person will start thinking, or the person will not like you again, then you just give to that person. Hello.
Good morning. My name is Joshua.
Okay, welcome to the show, Joshua. Where are you calling from? Okay, we lost that. And like I was saying, Wando, imagine knowing that thing would harm you, like, or you know that this person even has more than me, but
Yes.
because the person asks you, oh, this person is the top person in our class, or
Yes.
this person is the
And
yes.
and you're afraid to say no to the person.
Yes, maybe that person will stop liking me,
Yes.
or maybe the person does something bad and you're asked to share your own opinion, and then you're keeping that opinion that you have. You don't actually want to share it because you feel like maybe that person will stop liking you, or the person will no longer be by your side. So you know that fear that comes with it.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, I was asking you that, how do you stop yourself, from feeling that that emotion, or should I say just something that happens to people pleasers, where you're feeling like, won't I appear as a bad person, or won't this person stop liking me? I will no longer be on their right side. You know how it is.
Yes, I understand.
So how do you suppress that?
Well, it all boils down to self-worth, like a self-awareness. Know who you are, stand by what you believe, stand on what is right and what is wrong. Just stand on your no.
That's
Your no is
distinguish
your no.
between what is right and wrong.
Yes, at this point, just know that if by giving it is not convenient for you, like you're not comfortable with it, so just stand by your words. Say no. You won't die. Like, it's not bad. The person has it. Yes, and you also have it, and you have it for your own benefit. At this time, if you are giving it, you are inconveniencing yourself for the person's happiness. And one striking thing about this is sometimes the people you try to please end up like backbiting against you, or going against you.
Yes, some
Yes.
people do know that you are a people. They just look and say, "Is it not this one? Don't mind her. She'll be too scared. She'll be too scared to even say her mind, or even say she doesn't like this. We can use that one." So yeah, I get what you're saying.
They just use you. If you are a people pleaser, people find it so easy to use you anyhow they want to do it, because they manipulate. That's manipulation. They just manipulate your feelings, manipulate your emotions. So it's just good for you to stand by your word, stand by your no. Your no is your no. If you don't find it pleasing, if you don't find it comfortable to give at this particular time, you say no, and nothing will happen.
Okay, that's really not as easy as it sounds.
Yes,
though.
it's not.
But
It's
anyway, let's
boils
hear
down
from
to self-control and discipline.
All right, let's hear from other people as well. And we are going to beat this whole people pleasing thing, or even if we are not successful today, well, let's give it a try. If you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about people pleasing. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Mr. Thomas Ako.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm calling from your jungle.
All right, thank you. So, what are you a people pleaser, Mr. Thomas?
I'm trying to be so, but some people make me not to be in that mood again.
Okay, you're trying to be a people pleaser.
When you are trying to be a people pleaser and then people overrule you because they have seen your weakness and then they will manipulate and then use you on something else.
Okay, that means you're trying not to be. Okay, go on.
Yes, when I was doing that, when I saw someone, I tried to please and then do a very good thing for someone, and all of the sudden, if the person that I'm trying to please and then move ahead with him doing something good for him, and then the person will now work against me. So it is good to be a pleaser, but sometimes it affects you more.
Okay.
So that is my reason.
Okay. So how do you overcome it, Mr. Thomas? How do you stop yourself? You said now you're trying not to be so. So what do you do?
And sometimes when I saw someone in fact is desperate and then he's coming to look to find a favor from me, then I just keep quiet and then walk away.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything. If I say that I will stand there and then make a comment, then I will see the person and then do what he wants.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. I think that's interesting. Wando, what do you think?
Yes, it is.
He says he has been like that, and also asking him how he overcomes it. He says he just withdraws, like leaves that place. And I think that's really smart, because if you're not there in the first place, nobody will be manipulating you, trying to make you say what you don't want to say, or do what you don't want to do. So you talked about self-control, right?
Yes.
And we also heard Mr. Edwin Oguche talk about self-discipline, which I think is kind of connected to self-control as well. Yes. And then he is talking about Mr. Thomas. He said withdrawing, just leaving that place entirely, removing yourself from situation. And sometimes when you talk about leaving that place, maybe it's not even physically, right?
Yes.
If you just remove yourself,
yes,
and all of that.
Yes.
Okay. So Wando, have you ever come in contact with a people pleaser?
Yes, I do. I have. There was one of my classmates, and this lady, what she does is she doesn't want people to see the negative part of her. She just wanted people to love her. So even though she has little, not much, she tries to give people so that they won't create a negative perspective of her. So she did this to the point that a time someone bought a banana and I gave her, and according to her, she came from a very a poor background, and even to feed service problem. So she really inconvenienced herself. They bought a banana for her to take, and in a class, people will be like, what are you eating? Like, what is that? And she has ulcer issue. She has ulcer. So she now decided she distributed the banana to her mate and ended up not having.
Okay.
So at this point, she was hungry, and even her at home, she did not eat anything.
Okay.
And they also started disturbing her in the class, and people were like, what happened? Like,
what happened? As if they don't know what happened.
People now. People. So they had to down take her to the school clinic. They fed her, and she was now okay. Now brought her back. So if by trying to please people, you now neglect yourself. Look at her health. Her health is involved. She neglected her health because of people. What people will say, like, if you refuse to give them, and they'll say, okay, you're a bad person, you're wicked. That's all.
Now, if you talk about that school thing, and I think even now, maybe growing up, somebody's more aware and all of that. So it's to some extent you get to control yourself. But then even me, back then, because this whole people pleasing thing with me, it did not start today. So even back then as a child, in school they'll beg you to the extent that you're almost crying.
Yes.
Like,
but at least set boundaries now. Like, no, at this point I cannot. Her health was involved though. And health, good health is wealth.
So people will tell you, they'll even put on some kind of acts and be like, oh my God, how can you not help? and I really need this thing, and they are saying maybe it's just one that's left in your hand, and
yes,
these
same people, they'll have like 2 or 3, or they'll even have other places they can go and get from. So if you like try to consider them and neglect your own self, you might even end up like not having or putting yourself into danger or something that you did not even plan. So it's good to have compassion, it's good to be kind, but know the limit at which you do these kind of things, at the limit in which you show your kindness to.
Okay. Well, if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning on the show we are talking about people pleasing, and I'm your host today, and my name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Wandedoo Joyce,
and we are talking about people pleasing. Like I said, are you a people pleaser, and how can one beat this habit of people pleasing? If you're not, how do you do it? And if you are a people pleaser, what are those steps that you're taking to ensure that you are not like that? So you can call in right now to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us hear your opinion on our topic of discussion this morning. We are talking about people pleasing. Now, one day, when we talk about people pleasing, sometimes it's not just about giving stuff out, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's even saying your mind on something,
yes,
exactly. Maybe because you're trying not to offend another person, and then you will not say the truth, or you will not say something that hello. Okay, maybe we position and then try to call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Mr. Edwin. I called for the first time. I'm calling again.
Okay, go on.
Yes, you see, like, from the contribution, like what I heard from you see, when I called the first time, I was deliberating specifically on the area of giving. You understand? So now I want to channel to the area of, contributing verbally when it comes to area where you need to contribute your own opinion.
And you be scared of what another person will think.
You see, like, let me use myself as an example. There is an adage that my father always says, that anywhere I find myself and there is a discussion between 1 or 2 persons, and I'm coming in, and if I see that I cannot say the truth, I should walk out from that place. And being a leader, because in my family I am the first son in my family. You see, that mandate of leadership has been given to me by God already, so I don't have fear. Anywhere I am. If there is any discussion going on, I always pick the truth out of it and say it. And I don't mind what anybody around thinks about me or feel about me. You see, sometimes when you tell people the truth, then they hate you at that moment. When they go back home, you see, their conscience will not let them. Sure, you understand? Then they feel angry that, no, why did this person tell me this kind of thing publicly, and people look at me as somebody who is bad, or maybe I am, you understand what I'm saying? So, but when they go back, they really know that, yes, this thing that this person fought them for, they are wrong. You see, that is where their conscience keeps disturbing them, and later when they sees you, they'll have no option than to try to apologize to you or see how they can draw some distance close to you. Like for me, I don't mind what anybody say about me. I always try winning my conscience and try to do the best so that I will not have anything to stand between me and God. If you are my family member, if you are doing what is wrong, I wouldn't want to know whether relationship join me and you. I will tell you the truth to your face. Don't like, you can say anything about me. If you like, you can even ignore me. I don't mind, because I'm not living by the mercy of man. I'm living by the mercy of God. So I don't see, saying something that is not right, trying to see how I can turn it upside down because I want to please you, man. No, I don't do that. So thank you much. I really appreciate you guys calling for this program. As people are listening, people are learning. Learning is a continual process. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for calling in and offering your contribution on our topic of discussion. we heard from Mr. Edwin once again, and then he contributed specifically on that area of maybe stopping yourself from saying something, or maybe even speaking the truth, because you don't want somebody to hate you, or you don't want them to not maybe oppose you and stuff like that. Some people are really scared of when someone opposes them, and I like how he also offered a solution. Like he says, him himself, when he is in that kind of situation, he kind of look at it like, is God happy with this thing I'm doing? Like, if once God is happy with what he's doing, then he feels, okay, I am on the right path, if that's what God wants me to do. And then he also says, he said his father, right, gave him an advice that whenever maybe there's a gathering and they're saying things and you cannot say what is the truth or what is the right, it's better for you to just leave that place. That whole withdrawing again and just leaving the place instead of trying too hard to please people. So if you have just joined us, you also can call in to be part of this conversation. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. This morning on the show, we are talking about people pleasing. How can we overcome that habit of people pleasing? How can we stop that habit of people pleasing, living for others, doing things so that people will like you, or even when you're inconveniencing yourself, you're just trying to please people, just trying to maybe do things that other people would agree with, and then neglecting your own self. Are you a people pleaser? Are you someone who does that? And how do you think we can actually stop it and overcome it? So call in and let us hear your opinion. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us hear your opinion. We're talking about people pleasing. Now, we were saying before the call came in, we're talking about that aspect of saying something, maybe stopping yourself from saying something, because maybe that thing is right, but then maybe someone will not agree with you, or someone will stop being your friend. And so you spoke about you not being a people pleaser, and then you only talked about the giving aspect. So how about this aspect, when it comes to saying something, or stopping yourself from saying something, or saying something just because maybe it's not even the truth, but then you're just saying, hi, this clothes you're wearing, it's the most expensive in the market. And you know how it is now. If you watch some movies sometimes, where you see how they're following someone with money and they're just trying to please the person.
We're hyping them.
Yes, whatever you do is the best. Your attitude is the best. And I like the way you speak, even maybe when that person speaks maybe disrespectfully, and people are just followed. So when it comes to that aspect, like the things you say or stop yourself from saying, just so you don't lose people that like you, do you find yourself leaning in that direction? Or also, would you say you're not a people pleaser when it comes to that as well?
Well, sometimes people please others because, or they say some things in a situation because maybe they'll stand out, like they'll be the only one to go against what others are saying.
Okay.
So they want to be among, just agree to it, even though they don't agree to what the person is saying, what others are saying. They just don't want to stand out alone. They want to be collectively together with them, with what they are saying, even though
so
it doesn't
what if
fit.
you know that what everyone is saying, in fact everyone, what they are saying now is something that is obviously not true, or is obviously not right? It's possible that they are also people pleasers, and they are saying it to please somebody, and you are in that position. Where do you stand?
It boils down to integrity.
Okay.
If you have integrity, if you have high standard principles, then you will know that, hey, I cannot do it. Like, what I don't feel comfortable about someone, I will tell the person.
Even in that gathering, just the way you put that picture, like everyone is agreeing, and
yes.
so you don't try to agree
to,
also.
like make people feel special when they are not, or compliment people when they don't fit in the picture of what they are doing or what they are saying. I really feel it's not necessary.
Okay.
If someone is living right, then tell the person. If you are not living right, then, or if you are not dressed right, or saying things in the way it should be, then just let them know, put them on the know, instead of pretending or making them feel good or special when they are not, then backbiting them at their back, or saying things that they do that is wrong for others, instead of saying it in their own front to know and correct their ways. I just feel you should just have your own.
So do you do that? You have been telling us things that this is good and this is that. Do you do that? Do you have that confidence to maybe tell them that this thing you're doing is wrong? You don't.
I don't though.
Okay, so that means you relapse in that area as well. So how do you then say in that area you're not a people pleaser if you say, okay, you're unable to maybe tell them this and all of that, and so that you're not the only person that stands alone like that? What do you then do to ensure that you don't fit into that people pleaser thing?
Well, communication, like good communication, just know how to communicate. Say it in a pleasing way, in a way that they won't be offended.
That's still people pleasing. If you're seeing red and then you're saying
that ways in which you talk to people.
Okay.
Like all these comedians, they'll be passing a message, but in a funny way that it just need you to sit down, like think before you know what they are saying. So just it needs intellectual creativity. Like it needs your you have to be creative in talking to people. Like communicate well. A good communication matters.
So is that what you do? That's how you apply it when you find yourself in that kind of situation?
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay. If you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning on the show, I am your host. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Joyce.
And we are talking about people pleasing. Call in and share with us. Are you a people pleaser? How can we actually stop that habit of people pleasing? Are you someone that would not have enough, or you know that you don't have something and you're seeing someone who has, but you still take it to them, and give them just to please them? Are you someone that is giving out your last card to someone who has even more than enough because you don't want them to stop being your friend, you don't want them to say bad things about you? Are you someone who stops yourself from actually saying your mind, what is in your mind, or even telling someone exactly how you feel, because you don't want them to stop liking you don't want them to oppose you, and you want to remain in their favor? How do we beat that habit of people pleasing? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us hear your opinion. We are talking about people pleasing. How do we overcome that habit? Hello. Okay, maybe we position and then you can call us back again and tell us how you think, or how you personally beat that habit of people pleasing. And even if you're not a people pleaser, what do you do to make sure that you're not falling into that category? How do you stop yourself from caring about what people are going to say and then neglecting or inconveniencing yourself just because you want them to actually like you and all of that? Okay, so I wonder, what are the effects that you actually see when we talk about people pleasing, right?
Yes.
What are those effects that you actually see? Maybe how it will affect a people pleaser if they continue with that attitude of just people pleasing and all of that, and neglecting their own selves or their own opinions. What are those bad effects that you see that could come out from that?
Well, the effect here is sometimes you lose your self-worth, your focus, and sometimes even your courage. You don't have courage to say no. Like you're always abiding to what people will say, like abiding to people's will. So you lose this self-confidence. You don't have confidence of your own. You don't have self-confidence. Confidence to say no, confidence to talk. You are just restrained from your own intentions, your own plans, your own purpose. You now live according to people's will. You live according to what people will say.
So you're losing.
Yes, you are losing. You don't have this self-confidence, like you are not yourself. Yes, you are not who you are. You are not who you are meant to be.
You are the
You are
person that is
living for
suffering.
others. Yes, you are suffering. Yes, you are suffering internally, which is not right.
Okay.
It shouldn't be so.
Okay. And one thing again, when we talk about people pleasing, when it comes to giving, like someone, I think one of our callers mentioned about giving. When it comes to giving, if you're giving it and then you feel happy about it, then would you consider that one people pleasing?
It's not.
No, it's not. But it's when you
It's
know
not
that this
convenient
is
for
going
you.
to, it's not convenient. Like I like
mean,
that
it's
story.
hurting.
Yes, I like that story that you shared about the lady that
Gave
gave
out
out
her
all the
bananas.
banana and
Yes.
then she had nothing left,
yes.
knowing fully well that
That she has ulcer.
and I have to eat.
Yes.
And I'll have to do this, but then you still give it all out because people are going to say, well, you did not give
yes.
me, and you end up maybe having classmates that maybe would not like you. And sometimes even after giving them and maybe they will like you for a while,
Yes, temporarily, not permanently.
and then later on again they are not on your side.
Yes.
They are still against you.
Yes.
So it's more like what you're trying to protect or what you're trying to achieve, you have to keep fueling it. You have to keep maintaining it. You have to keep pleasing them,
continually. And it's very difficult to please a man. Men are difficult to please. You do something for them thinking that maybe they'll be at your side when you need them the most, but that's when they'll disappoint you.
Okay.
That's why they say man is not God. God is not man. So no matter what you do, people will always backbite you. There's one thing that they will say that is not. There's one thing they will find against you. So you just live your life. Live it. Live how it pleases you, not how it pleases others.
Because if you start, you have to keep maintaining
it. Yes, you have
and
to
and when you stop, what you're avoiding or what you don't want to happen,
yes,
it will end up happening again.
Exactly.
Okay, if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning on the show we are talking about people pleasing. How can one beat that habit of people pleasing? How can one stop that habit of people pleasing? Now you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. How can one overcome that habit of people pleasing? How do you do it? And how do you make sure that you don't fit into that category and you're not a people pleaser? How do you stop yourself? Hello? Okay, maybe reposition and then try to call us back again, and who knows, you might catch up with us the next time. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. How can we overcome that habit of people pleasing? How do you stop it, or how do you stop caring? Now, Wando, there's this thing that some things are easier said than done.
Yes.
So it's more like, okay, let me start by asking you, are you someone who doesn't care? There are people who would not care about
what people say,
how they feel. Are you someone who doesn't care, or does it bother you, but then you just know in your mind that I'm supposed to be doing this, so I will not fall for that? Does it maybe bother you, or it doesn't bother you at all? Because if you're speaking from a perspective of you're not a people pleaser, then when you stop yourself from maybe doing those things, because knowing that you just be pleasing them and then displeasing yourself, does it bother you a little, or you're completely free, like nothing happened? That one is their problem.
Well, it depends on what you are doing. Okay, you're referring to me, right? Okay. It bothers me in a way, that if I do wrong to you and I displease you in one way or the other, and you talk about it, I have conscience. I'll sit down, I'll be like, what I did is wrong. So I'll sit down, I'll analyze on it and take correction.
Does that mean that whenever you maybe don't conform to what others want you to do, is it considered wrong then?
No, if you have enough, if you have abundantly, and someone wants it in need, you can give. There's nothing wrong in doing that. Yes, but when you don't have enough, you want to use it, and the person that wants it also have it, or is going to inconvenience you in a big way, then I don't think you should give it out. You should use it for your own self. But if you have in abundance, it's not a wrong thing to give.
Okay, so if you're getting correctly from everything we have been gathering, because remember we are talking about people pleasing, because we have a lot of people like that. In fact, there are so many people like that who are dealing with that whole people pleasing. And then we have mentioned some things, some ways that we can actually beat it. And we mentioned about first looking at yourself, right? Looking at your own condition. Go on.
And this you pleasing, even in dressing matters. These days everybody wants to look good. I want to impress people, and they will be like, let me look good so that what will people say about me, my dress, how do I look? So you are not dressing for your own self to look good. You are dressing for the society. You are dressing for others to look at you and like get pleased on how you look. So this pleasing, it have to please your own self first before others. So if you are not pleased with yourself, then what you are doing is not worth it. You should please yourself first before thinking about pleasing others.
Okay.
So if you are dressing for others and not for yourself, then you should think twice about it.
If you speak about dressing, it's actually true, because most of the time, if you find someone maybe trying to put together what they are going to wear and maybe go out, some
even go to the essence of like stealing to dress, like to steal to get expensive clothes. So all these rainy baggy trousers, all these crop tops, all this expensive stuff. Even some, let me give an instance. This latest graduate of Father Adasu University, Makurdi, a lady stole her best friend's phone, an iPhone. iPhone is the talk of the day. Everybody wants to have an iPhone. So, and it's not as if she doesn't have an iPhone. She has XR. While her best friend has iPhone 12. So she went to the hostel to visit her, and after conversation, then she now left with her best friend's phone. The girl came back. The best friend came to the room and was like, "Who stole my phone? I can't find my phone." And she was like, she asked everybody in the room, and she was not accusing her roommate that they are the ones that don't have iPhones, they are using Android. So definitely they will be the one that stole her iPhone, not knowing that it was the best friend that came and stole her iPhone.
Okay.
So they reported the matter to the governor, the hostel governor. So she now insisted that everybody in the room presently that day should be informed, and they should come for a gathering.
Okay.
So they called the best friend to come also, and she was refusing that her phone shouldn't be searched. Like they should not touch her phone. So long story cut short, they searched her phone and they discovered that she was planning to sell her best friend's phone and get a bigger one for herself for her graduation, for her sign out. So you see what pleasing others cause.
Okay.
As she has an iPhone, quite all right. Why not make use of what you have, not to impress others and inconveniencing your own best friend? How about that's not right?
Okay, that's interesting. Now, if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning on the show, we are talking about people pleasing. How can one stop that habit of people pleasing, of doing something just to please others, and then maybe even inconveniencing yourself because you're constantly just trying to get other people's approval, get on their right hand side, and make sure that maybe they don't hate you or they remain friends with you? Because sometimes you know that something is not right, or you know that something is going to inconvenience you, but then you're still doing it because you just don't want to inconvenience other people, and in that process you are inconveniencing your own self. So how can one stop that habit of people pleasing? How do you personally deal with it? If you're a people pleaser, then how do you try to deal with it? And if you're not, what are those things that you think maybe other people are missing out on, other people are missing, that they are still unable to maybe do things only because they want to and not just to please others? So how can one stop that habit of people pleasing? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. How can one stop that habit of people pleasing? How can one overcome that habit and start living for themselves and stop thinking about what is this person going to say or how would this person be my friend? Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from James.
Okay. What's your name?
James.
Okay. James, are you a people pleaser?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay. You were.
I was.
Okay.
I say I was because I was too fond of doing it to people. And at the point I discovered that whatever you do to a man is still a man.
Yes.
All the good you have done to him or her, they will still despise it. And then the person you have done the most good is the person that will even despise all the good you have done. So especially this year, I actually set boundaries for myself, and that I will learn to say no. If I must not say yes, I will learn to say no.
Okay.
And actually, this will actually help me because I want to quote because this program actually added much to me about this kind of this thing that you try to please people. Trying to inconvenience yourself unnecessarily. Like a friend of mine that is doing the same business with me once asked me of 10,000 and he has to take his son to school. I thought I don't have the money now, but let him wait for a week. I will see him within last weekend. So again he called me up. I just made up my mind to tell him no, I don't have the money because I have a lot at hand. Because he has the same business with me. You are taking your son to school, and even as I promised you within a week interval, you still hope for the 10,000.
Okay.
And the money you are using is not small money. 100 and something or 200. Why are you requesting 10,000 from me? So I decided to say no. I don't have the money. I can't give him. I don't have it. So on the whole, I have learned to set boundaries. To say no.
Okay.
If I'm not convenient. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. We just heard from James and he spoke about boundaries.
Yeah.
Learning to say no.
Setting
You say that
boundaries.
no from your heart. Learning to set those boundaries. And I think from what he said, the way he explained that story, I got something from it. Like, you have to actually even think about the situation, like analyze it. This person is making this amount of money and we are in the same situation, or we are like this and this is the situation, but the person is still coming back to me. It's me that is my own is not, I'm not using my own.
Your own is good for giving.
I am not using mine or like that. So I think this is also applies to when it comes to words, pleasing people with words, trying to restrict yourself from saying what is right or saying things that are not right or not true, just to please other people. And also I like how you mentioned dressing. Sometimes it's even in lifestyle, just living to get other people's approval. And today, as we draw to the end of the show today, well, let's just refresh on some of the things that people mentioned that we have talked about, right? We talked about someone mentioned boundaries, right?
Setting boundaries.
Yes, setting those boundaries. And if you set it and you recognize it, like you're aware that this boundary is there, I've set it like that, then you probably stick to it. And we, I think you mentioned self-awareness and control, because if you know your situation, and we had a self-discipline, and then other
self-control.
People spoke about if you know that you're doing what is right in the sight of God based on your faith and all of that, then you shouldn't be struggling to please people. Just know that this one is right and this one is wrong.
Yes.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, people pleasing is something common that most people deal with. Even some people are not even aware that they deal with it.
Yes.
They feel like they are just maybe a good person, or they are just soft-hearted and all of that. But to be soft-hearted is one thing, and to be a people pleaser is another thing. So make sure you check yourself, and I hope you have enjoyed your time here with us today, and you've learned from all the things we have been talking about. We have been talking about people pleasing, and I hope that you have actually enjoyed your time here with us, and you have actually learned a lot from all the things that we have been talking about. And I've been with you on the speed lane. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Wandedoo Joyce.
And we have been talking about people pleasing, and right now it's time for us to say bye. Also coming up next at 10 a.m. after the news is King James 90s Top 10 right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. So keep your dial locked on 98.5 Speed FM and keep enjoying the music. Until then,
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.